very good drive. Lead gap first to second up to 1.9 seconds.
で
As
もいい
pointed out,
ね。
that
こ
was
れはこれとして
the
いい
likely
ね。
consequence of the overtake that took place. We saw that all happen down at the backhand side of the circuit. So now, can Andrea Caldarelli, with probably a little more than 4 minutes remaining before he or Phil Keane, they'll not be going much beyond the hour because they'll be running out of fuel or running out of time. But 27 stays well and truly out of the way on this occasion, coming down into Stoke.
Scott Horse goes ahead of him. Scott Horse 12. I think we're at about 107 Bentley because Jules Gounon was dropping. He has pitted, gives Stephen Kane the car early and gets a full 65 minutes worth of Kane. There, look, his 99 Porsche. That's Dan Werner crawling all over that of Kim Louis Schramm. In Phoenix Audi as the leading Lamborghinis, 1.9 seconds they were apart. Has the gap gone up?
No, I think the gap has held, maybe come down by a few hundredths or maybe a tenth or two of a second. But you know, you're racing your own teammate. Is there any need to do anything that would cause an issue? You know, your first and second, does it really matter which of the drivers or which of the cars of these lead two cars actually comes into the pit lane? It'll now be a fight. I mean, one of them's got to come in before the other because they want to have, they can't stack these cars in their respective pits. So which of the two's going to come in? Is Caldarelli going to come in first? Will it be Phil Keane? No, neither will come in.
Another lap done then as through they go.
1.9 was the gap between first and second. Waiting for timing and scoring 1.8, a tenth of a second.
Yeah. There is Simon Gachet diving for the pit lane. And he's not the only one because you've also got another of the Lamborghinis coming in there through his 108. Then Andy Soucek presses on to give the car back to Maxime Soulé. And as they head towards Cops Corner, this is Soucek's view. Into Cops, turns through that right-hander, Keita Caldarelli. Molina is third, Williamson fourth, Nicky Teeb is up into fifth place now. Berman is sixth, Assenheimer seventh, Scott Horst is eighth, Schramm ninth, and Dirk Werner's Porsche is 10th.
Yeah, so they're on board. Let's look and see what was going on. So just a little bit earlier in the proceedings.
This is Soucek's view. Bentley 108, Andy Soucek gets past one, he gets a face full of Mercedes. Tries to get the inside line, flies splattered screen, and then he blasts up towards the line.
Yeah, that was the 19 Mercedes Silver Cup car. So there is the Ferrari now in third place, having lost a couple of laps to go. As we came in, Lewis Williamson is doing a good job beginning to stretch. Fourth place comes through, and he's 2.2 seconds behind the Ferrari, and a total of 6.7 seconds behind the race leader.
But the gaps have opened up rather markedly on this restart, certainly for those now that have made an early stop. Now, where is Stephen Kane in all of this? He's just gone over the timing line, so that's putting him into 29th place, so he'll gain some of that time back on the next pit stop for the race leaders. Here they come. Is Phil Keane going to do another lap at the end of this? We're approaching the start of the last hour, aren't we now? Number 519 is the leading car.
It will depend which of these two cars made its pit stop for the first stop first. So Phil Keane is continuing on. So is Andrea Caldarelli. They've got a further 6 and a bit minutes before they need to make their pit stop. And what you don't want to do is bring two of your cars in at the same time.
That is the Nicky Team Aston Martin in, and Jelmer Berman to give way to, who's left, Lukas Stolz, isn't it, in Black Falcon's number 4 squad.
And it's a race of what would have been for certainly the number 4, which is one of the cars that started to the tail of the field. Others that started back there got taken out on that opening lap, melee and into the chapel. So the 76 gets in driver change. Lukas Stolz will take over from Jelmer Berman.
So Berman out. And Lukas Stolz will fold himself up, get inside the car. So they're number 19, back on track now. Gerhard Tverhauser down in 27th place. And he, of course, has only just taken it over after a pit stop.
So Jelmer Berman shuts the door. But I still gave a thumbs down there. I don't know what that was about. This
Actually drop it down.
Well, maybe drop it down.
Yeah, like in diving pilots. Up and down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that means go down.
Really?
Yeah, so
what does go up then?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
And if everything's okay, is that circle with your fingers, yeah.
Okay. Well, I like a bit of free diving, but I don't know about scuba.
So down the pit lane they come, ready to go back out for the next stint. Now, where does that Mercedes blend back in relative to the Gerhard Tverhauser Lamborghini we were looking at a moment ago? There it is, back on track. Number 2, Audi. Has that made its most recent stop? It has. That's going to get Dries Van Thor behind the wheel of it.
Well, that would certainly ginger it up a little bit, because Dries Van Thor will drive the wheels off. One of the new breed of young talent that's come along and is pretty impressive for WRT's Audi.
And Maxime Martin, just to confirm, is now in the other Aston Martin. So stint 1 in one car, stint 3 in the other. And Maxime Martin taking effectively the stint of Martin Kirchhofer, who had to withdraw after qualifying, feeling very unwell. So let's see what he can now do. Maxime Martin in 76 Aston.
Two drivers have had to withdraw for feeling unwell. I mean, it's nothing in the water in Silverstone, is it?
I can't imagine that. No. It's very strange. Martin Kirchhofer is a pro driver. Philippe Deadly is an ad. You know, you expect the pro driver to be all fit, strong and well, don't you?
Well, they're all prepared exceptionally well. They all go through the very scientific approach of driver training and fitness and diet.
That's 519. That's Phil Keane still leading the way, but he's yet to stop. Caldarelli is second, yet to stop. Molina, Williamson, Werner, Schramm, Suchek, all in the top 7, yet to stop.
Gap down to 1.5 seconds, so Caldarelli has taken out best part of just under 0.3 of a second over the last 2 laps. So last lap for, again, 0.3 of a second, slightly quicker in the favour of Caldarelli in that last lap, so that accounts for the reduction in the overall lead, the Ferrari dropping away in 3rd place.
And what's 4th? Lewis Williamson for Straka, trying to close as they come into Club Corner at the end of Vale. Interesting, Molina, having lost that ground to the Lamborghini, is struggling to make it up again, isn't he?
Well, when Caldarelli was following, it was clear to me that the Lamborghini appeared to have a lot better tyre chassis bite than the Ferrari had. So I'm assuming that they're in a window where they're just having to baby what they've got until they make their final pit stop.
Interview comes 43, Lewis Williamson. Great result, this is Straka Racing, which of course started the year off with damage in practice at Monza. Caldarelli way up the curb, coming out of the loop into Aintree now. But Andrea Caldarelli is closing on Phil Keane. Now, who do they bring into the pits first? Do they bring Caldarelli in to get him out of the traffic, or do they get Phil Keane in to give Caldarelli one clear lap in the lead?
Ordinarily, the driver that's leading would be his team that would have the option. So it would be offered to Phil Keane. Phil Keane, is he coming? Yes, it is Phil Keane going to come in.
Give way to Giovanni Venturini then. So that's going to be interesting in that last stint. We've got 57 minutes of the race to go. Caldarelli's in as well. So both of them come in. John, you said what you don't want.
I'm double stacking in a very restricted pit lane. There you can see that the Caldarelli's got to dive very late to try and get the car in to get it square. Another team having to move the car around to get it. Look, they are. That's, I mean, what is the, and I don't understand now.
But 519 is going to have to go backwards to get round it. That's
exactly. That's what I said. Don't double stack your cars.
If you're going to do that, at least have the second car behind the first, not in front.
Maybe I should be the team manager of that team, and the team manager should be the commentator in the booth alongside you, David.
Well, this is one way of swapping the order over, isn't it? Because you get 563 ahead of 519, because 519 is stuck.
Couldn't make it up.
There it is.
Couldn't make it up.
Push it backwards.
They barely get the car. Wow. Dear me.
So that's Giovanni Venturini who goes. Stays ahead of 563. And there you've got number 19, Gerhard Ferraza, under attack from what looked like being Dries Van Thor. Now here's number 19. This is the Silver Cup car, remember, of Gerhard Ferraza from the Grasser squad. Where is that going to be? And look at Van Thor in the Audi. That's more significant because these two coming across the line together, quick cars. But the Audi in the hands of Van Thor is going to be a real threat. There's the leading car. Back onto the circuit. Second is going to be Ferraza. Third is going to be Van Thor. So 563 Mappelli drops from 2nd to 4th on that stop.
Well, I've no reason to believe that they had no other option than to bring their 2 lead cars in at the same time.
So the pit stop times were fine. I was just wondering whether there was one that was slightly under to create that fault in the order. There hasn't been. The 2 cars that have gained against 563 were both fine. 563's pit stop time was a very slow one. It was 1:12 rather than 1:05. So 563 has lost time in the pit, even though it had the better place. It didn't have to do a to and fro job, so
it was ahead of the 519, but they had to manoeuvre the car around. But that still should not have accounted for a 7-second deficit.
No. So this car of what is now Marco Mappelli, we're talking about 563, it lost an extra 7 seconds in the pit lane. So 519, despite being boxed in, got away, and the sister car 563 lost 7 seconds, and it's lost 2 places. So I'm intrigued to know now what they did wrong in the stop to Calderelli.
Well, for fear of repeating myself, the mistake was that they shouldn't have brought 2 cars in where there is precious little space to work on, and they don't know whether there was an issue with getting an airline around or whatever.
So let's have a look, as there is Ferraza and Vanthoor. They're squabbling for second place of those that have made the 2 pit stops. Coming through Woodcote now. Into Woodcote they go, up towards the timing line, down towards Cops Corner, 54 minutes of the race to go. And as they dive into pits, right, here's the pit stop. So 519, leading car comes in, 563 arrives second, and that car, 563, is the one with the slower pit stop.
Yeah, they're having to manoeuvre the car. Look, the car is too far out into the pit lane. Now, can they get the airline around? And you can see the compromise that was there. The 519 has got its work done. They've got all the space around the car to work, except they're blocked in.
So what we didn't see is the end of the stop, whether the car stalled or couldn't fire up, but either way, it was a slow stop for number 563. We'll send Dakota down there and see if she can get it all to tell exactly what has happened, because 7 seconds lost at this level is absolutely crucial.
Absolutely. I mean, you just, those are, I'm going to say errors or mistakes, that your professional team should be on top of. And again, I keep going on about double stacking your cars. Surely there was the opportunity to bring either the lead or the second place team car in, and then let the other car come in the subsequent lap. But why bring them both in and then create the compromise that we just witnessed?
Well, on track for what's going to become second place once again is Ferraza versus Vanthoor. Now, Gerhard Ferraza knows Lamborghini's inside out. Dries Vanthoor knows Audi's inside out. And as the 2 of them run nose to tail up towards the loop, Vanthoor is on his toes, closing up a little bit on the braking.
He is, and Dries Vanthoor, very, very focused these days. He's gone through the period of being a young but quick newcomer to a very much more wise and worldly young GT3 driver. One would wonder, just in relation to his brother Laurent, his older brother, wow, looking to go down the inside into Luffield, and that was never really going to be a serious opportunity, but he still stuck his nose in, tried to distract as much as you possibly can. Ferrari 72 finishing its pit stop.
That's right, and the Stracker Ferrari going back out as well. So Davide Rigon and Jack Hawks with the 2 drivers. Where are they going to blend back in? They're going to be behind, are they not? There is the Ferrari. Have they jumped? They've jumped. So they've got themselves ahead of Vanthoor and Ferraza. So that's going to put them in 2nd and 3rd places. So, crucial stop. That means that up front now is going to be the 519 Ferrari. 2nd and 3rd are going to be the Ferrari 72, then the Stracker Mercedes, then that little Lethbridge Ferraza and Vanthoor. So what's that? 6th place for number 563, which is now Marco Mappelli.
Well, I'm not going to keep repeating myself. However, you've got a race to run. We've got 53.5 minutes or so remaining. There's still lots of motor racing and lots of excitement that can occur in those 53 minutes. It really takes one more full course yellow or one more safety car intervention, which would follow after a full course yellow, to bunch this field back up again.
So the cars work that 51. You've got Davide Rigon going through, Jack Hawks was behind him. Now look, Vanthoor's got past Ferraza, so he's managed to find a way through. But 76, that's Maxime Martin now, isn't it? He is in the game as well. So the order continuing to change, not only with the pit stops, but with the pace on track. What I don't see, John, in this leading gaggle, sadly, as you see there, a challenge made by Mappelli to get past Ferraza, are the Rover Porsches that have been up and down the order and for the moment seem to have fallen out of the ballpark.
Well, we don't know what they're on. Where are they now? Those Porsche 21st of Matt Campbell. The 98 is... Well, I can't see the time it's going right now. 98 is in 17th Chamonix.
Down they dive, 76, Maxime Martin on the back of Gerhard Ferraza. So number 19, the Silver Cup car, is really now going to get shuffled back in the pack to where you might expect it to be. Up towards the exit of Luffield they come. And down now through Woodcote Corner they turn, but 76, which is Maxime Martin going for position. So the race leader will be Giovanni Venturini, second is Rigon, third is Hawksworth, Vantor is fourth, Mapelli fifth, sixth Martin, seventh Ferraza, and then Lucas Stolz at the back of this little group in eighth place.
I tell you, the 72 Ferrari team must be rubbing their hands for that sort of free gift that they've been given by the FFF racing team, and Andrea Caldarelli expressing something like dissatisfaction or why did we do what we did?
Andrea Caldarelli not amused in the FFF racing team garage.
Well, that's not Andrea Caldarelli, but it's one of the teams, and whether that's an inter-team discussion as to what we did do correctly, we've basically not thrown it away, because by the time all pit stops are worn through, it should still be the 519 leading, but it's the 563 that's been a big loser. And that's behind Dries Van Voor. Ain't going to be a walk in the park. Jack Hawksworth ain't going to be easy. Vinny Rigo ain't going to be easy. That's to try and get into second place.
So we started with the jumbled group, we've ended up with a very jumbled race order. 63 Mirko Bortolotti, by the way, 22nd, just to touch on that story for a moment. 563, which is Mapelli, all over the back of Dries Van Voor. And he now can't think about attacking Hawksworth because he's so busy defending from that Lamborghini behind. More overtakes in the traffic behind as you go back on board here with Mapelli almost into the back of the Audi.
For some reason, this 563 Lamborghini was mega quick at Monza. It's been mega quick. It looks to me it's always been of all the Lamborghinis as the one that we've been on board with. We've seen that has got consistently good grip and balance all the way through. But Dries Van Voor, late in the brakes, diving down the inside. Not quite, Venturi not quite able to do it, but he has got the quicker of the two cars. Finding a way through the Audi with Dries Van Voor behind the wheel will be another challenge.
So number 2, Audi, up over the timing line. Venturini to Rigon. The gap is coming down between the two leaders. Davide Rigon much quicker last time. Jack Hawksworth third. This could be a great result for Strachan, but this is the fight for fourth. Dries Van Voor ahead of Marco Mapelli. Ferraza is still sixth ahead of Martin. Stolz is eighth. Mathieu Jaminet is ninth. For Rover, 10th is Christopher Hauser in the Santalok Audi. Back on board with Mapelli.
Well, he's just got that Audi planted itself every part of the racetrack that the Lamborghini wants to almost, what's the word, almost when you take over somebody's home. No, not occupy.
Possess.
Huh?
Possess?
No. Anyway, we'll move on. It took us all of Hanger Straight to try and get to the point we're trying to get to.
And Mapelli still can't find a way by that Audi, can he? Look, even in match cars, certain parts of the circuit, the Audi seems to have the advantage, and at the end of Vale, the Lamborghini closes right up.
Yeah, the Lamborghini lap over lap is the quicker of the two cars, without question. But Dries Van Voor is using what he has got to very, very good effect in defending. He has sometimes to use a bit of the racetrack to not block literally, but to dissuade Venturini from doing anything as the number 9 BMW in.
So Philippe to get in. Mechanic falls, drops the tyres.
Oh, and that's a penalty.
Yeah,
that's a penalty. If the guy is okay, obviously the concern for the guy working on the car, but it's easy to trip over things.
But the fact that the wheel went into the fast lane, that's where the penalty comes. Just falling over is give you a penalty, just to clarify.
You don't get marks for falling over. No, you get sympathy, but
you get sympathy, yes. But I'm afraid that wheel bouncing into the fast lane will end up with a penalty. I fear for that car. Now, look, Vantor has suddenly shaken off by a couple of lengths here. Hasn't he? That gap was wide for John. What's going on?
Maybe just regrouping. You're running very, very close to a car that you're in competition with. You end up being, your pace is being determined by that, in this case, the number 2 Audi. So drop back a second, use again where you think your car has got an advantage to its benefit, and try and then come back, launch, regroup, launch another attack, and maybe, in this case, Dries Van Voor, slightly unawares. Carry it on, carry through, move on.
25 goes through, that's Christopher Hauser. He's lost 10th place to Stephen Kane now. Stephen Kane is 14 seconds off the race leader. The last lap for Venturini was a 2 minutes 2. He's certainly being reeled in by Davide Rigon, but there's nobody else doing a 2 minutes 1 lap time other than the Ferrari. So 72 running second, 45 minutes to go. Its lap times are better, well, they are at the moment better than anything else out there. So it's looking as though that Ferrari is not only going to get the lead, but build a gap.
Well, he's got to catch me, but he's in the process. He's only 1.2 seconds back. So he's done the catching, but he's now coming into that zone where you're within a second or less. That then, if you haven't got the momentum to sweep through quickly and cleanly, your pace will be dictated to the pace of the leading Lamborghini, and that will be always omnipresent in the mind of Davide Rigo. He will understand that I can catch because I'm quicker. My lap times are quicker. When I catch you, my pace then will be slowed down to lock up tires from somebody. So my pace will then ultimately be determined by that of the leading Lamborghini. And it's all about the loss of your momentum. Both cars run wide at the exit at Aintree onto Wellington Straight, but nothing that's going to draw anybody's attention.
But there's no way that Venturini surely can withstand the pressure and keep defending for 44 minutes. That Ferrari is now looking inevitable to get the race lead. And we've been saying all weekend that this car is overdue a win. Normally something strikes at the 11th hour just to stop it, like a mechanical drama or a puncture. We've seen it happen before. What's going to happen this time for 72? Because right now it is in the pound seats for the race win at Silverstone.
Absolutely. Davide Rigo comes across start-finish line. 0.4 of a second, took out 0.8 of a second on that last lap. And the momentum is clearly with the 72 Ferrari. And the 519 Lamborghini, Venturini really powerless to go any quicker. I'm doing the best I can, guys. If he catches me, that's one thing. I'm going to make it tough. If he thinks he's going to get an easy pass, that's all he's got left in his toolbox.
2 minutes 1 lap time for Davide Rigon. The only other driver doing that is Matt Campbell in 13th place in the Porsche, but largely because the majority of the others are all stuck in traffic. So behind this top two, there's a long line of cars as